Can't forget these this morning, my gloves. It is a brisk morning. It's about 7 o'clock a.m. You guys ever get in your vehicle and you're driving down the road and you hear like a rattle, 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 and it absolutely about drives you up the wall? Well, this morning, my passenger door must not got shut. And I'm only just a skip and a hop from Cole's house. So you think, why stop? Why? I don't know, must just be cold. But you think, why stop and take the time to get out, go close it, or reach across the seat? I'll be there in 4 minutes. That 4 minutes, you keep looking at the door like, oh, geez, you're driving me crazy, door. So I wanted to close that before I forgot. We need to get into the little building, get things warmed up for the day. Oh, feels nice in here. Got it set at 71 degrees, so, and it's supposed to get to about 46 today. And sunny, so let's hope we could get some nice beautiful weather yet. We need to go dig actually 2 cremations today, so we're gonna run off to the cemetery, and one of the funerals is for tomorrow and one isn't till the weekend. But since we're gonna have the skid loader running and stuff, we might as well go ahead and do them both now and then they'll be done. Oh. Hey Coop, I guess we're gonna borrow your pickup today since it's on the trailer. Let's hope she starts. We're gonna have to get some winter fuel pretty soon too. A lot of times in the winter we do a 50-50 blend. 50% number 2, 50% number 1. I know a lot of guys don't go that strong, but when we're out here in the cemeteries and different things like that, we don't want our equipment to be gelling up. It's cold when we're out, so it's kind of a peace of mind for me to do a 50-50 blend. 50% number 2 and 50% number 1. The old skid loader will start now. Sorry, skid loader, I shouldn't have called you old. At least the skid loader usually warms up pretty quick. It's got a nice little tight cab, nice heater, and I'm ready for it. Okay. Oh. Let's see, I don't remember how this works. One thing I gotta remember on this skid loader, it does have a heated seat, so I need to reach behind the seat one of these minutes when I'm thinking about it, turn the switch on. Oh, so the seat will be nice and warm. Kind of warms up here for a minute. What do we got? What do we got? Oh yeah, she started. Let's go over here, turn the heat on. Oh, we'll turn it up to full heat. But we gotta move some stuff here so I can get to my postal digger. What we got here? Oh. Wow, that don't usually happen that easy. You may not believe this, but I'm buying time here in the skid loader. I'm just kind of letting things warm up, and I'm waiting for the heat to get warmer here in the skid loader. I can feel some heat. It's cold in here right now. It got down to 24 degrees last night. What's kind of happening right now, we got to hook these hoses, these up to here. I'll make sure everything's clean and nice and pretty so no dirt gets in anything. But sometimes in blue moon, they don't want to click on, or you hit the buttons, they pop off. Mainly when it's colder out, so that's why I want to do it while it's warmer here at Cole's and get out the cemetery, going down the road and find out there's an issue, and then have to come back to the shop to do what we need to do. But normally they go, so I'm sure they'll go today. Okay, good. I think we're good. Kind of like any day, till you get things body working and chills out of your bones. It just feels cold, unless you're in Hawaii or somewhere where it's warm. I want to make sure that thing there goes round and round. It should. Oh yeah. We're going to 2 different cemeteries today. The one that we're actually going to dig first, it's not till the weekend, but I have the small postal digger on the skid loader now, so I figure we might as well run off. Where both cemeteries are probably 8 miles from each other, 4 miles one way, so we'll go to that one, come back, change the auger on the skid loader here on the postal digger, and then we'll run to the other cemetery, which is 4 miles opposite direction. Well, we're at the cemetery here, kind of looking things over so we know where we need to dig and stuff. It's always kind of hard. You kind of forget where you've dug and whatever. Each cemetery sometimes puts them on the different side of the stone, so I just want to make sure we put this in the right spot. I don't remember if I brought my probe. Oh man, get my hood on. And you know, that's one thing about a lot of these burials that we have in our local area. A lot of these people we know and know them personally. So we always try really hard to make sure we are doing our best. If something gets messed up, we come back, get it taken care of as soon as weather lets us. So it does. This certain funeral we'll be doing here, it's been one of our local neighbors. Since I was a little kid, could remember neighbors. This neighbor's always been there. And you always hate it when you lose, well, you hate it when you lose any loved ones. There's no getting around that. This neighbor here, like I said, we drove by their house probably almost every day. Even where they live now, they moved off the farm into town. I still drive by their place almost every day. What I'm doing, I'm digging out the grass plug. That way tomorrow after the funeral, or when the funeral is, when I fill in the hole, I can put the grass plug back in, and then it will look back to natural state as quick as we can. We always put a piece of plywood or something. And my other one's being used right now, but I have some painted. And then the vault man, when he's setting up the tent and stuff, he'll cover it up nice. But it just keeps somebody from coming along and accidentally not seeing the hole. We don't want any broken ankles or anything like that. It's not winter time yet, but it's always hard once things start getting colder, because then we have to bring the dirt home in the dump truck. Things can freeze up really quickly out here in the cemetery. It makes a lot of extra work. It just no getting around it. We got our vehicles out here. If we have to stop and warm up in them, we do that at times. I know the one time we dug a grave, the grave was froze 6 foot deep. My truck sat there and ran for 8 hours beside the grave. So every so often we could get in it and warm up. Back into warmth we go. We'll swing by the farm, say hi to Cooper quick. It sounds like he's in the big shop, so we'll swing in there quick. She's turning over hard, she's turning over hard. I don't like to force a cold engine like that. Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't want to burn up the starter, she's cold. Got down to 26 degrees last night. That's asking a lot. Maybe about 24. Getting hot. Probably have to charge. Yeah, that or put jumpers on it. Some of the new equipment will start right up in the cold, not even blink an eye. But these older ones, I just hate to force them because you burn up a starter or something. It's not worth it. If I would have known he was going to start this one this morning, I could have ran the extension cord out, plugged it in, an hour. It would have started right up. Sometimes a guy can change this auger. I'm going from the 12-inch to the, I think it's 20. But maybe it's 22, but we need to go with a bigger hole digger, so we're going to take the little one off. Sometimes you can do it okay by yourself. Other times, you wish you had a second man helping you. Today will probably be the day I wish I had a second person helping me. It's actually going halfway good today, which is surprising. Honestly, I think that's the easiest this has ever gone on. So, can't complain. I'm at another cemetery. We got another cremation to dig. There's going to be some family out at this one, so for respect to them, we won't be doing any filming because I don't want to make any of them feel uncomfortable. So, but like I said, we're just basically trying to show what goes on here in the cemetery. So when you're out here, it kind of makes you think like, hey, we know what DC goes through in different elements, or maybe this one sunk and this is the reason why. Kind of know from the videos and stuff. So just wanted to explain what was kind of going on, and that's what we're doing these videos for, so the world kind of knows what goes on with. And it's like me, I search up different people. Oh, it's my phone. Talk to you guys a little later. We got Samuel coming back behind me for another load of corn. I'm gonna remember this time to bring the camera up with me so you guys can see what I'm doing. The last few times I forgot to bring it out with me. So what kind of cameraman am I? What kind of friend am I if I forget to film what we're doing? Main thing we're trying to do is get a bunch of weight off of this bin. We just don't want to leave corn in it very long. We're actually moving some stuff a little sooner than we want to. All right, we just had to go up that ladder there. We're gonna be dumping in from here, taking out the side draw. One nice thing about loading from the side draw, you could probably fill the whole truck in 6 minutes probably. We're getting a lot of cobs. If you notice, we had a one number of corn we planted this year with a white cob, and the boys said they could just not get the corn off it without really turning up the rotor and cranking in the concave. So it put a lot of cobs in our corn, and there's a bunch of red ones in there because they had to tighten everything up to try to get the corn off the cob. Probably looks worse than it is, but still don't like it. Okay, you can go ahead about 4 feet. I gave Samuel, he has a Midland radio in his cab too, so we can talk back and forth, and then he kind of knows what's going on up here. We just turned over 3 minutes on filling him up, and when it's 40 below zero and windier and hecking you out here, it feels like forever, but it really fills them pretty fast. One thing about this corn, it sure smells good. You can smell it's nice fresh corn, and that's what we want. Rolling the tarp. Takes a lot of cranking.
I tell you what, once you have that, it's hard to go back.
I bet so. Now if we can just get him electric traps.
I don't know about that. I at least got to do some work during the day.
I think I hear another truck coming. We got Cody pulling in, so we're gonna fill him up with corn. It's starting to get dark. The temperature's dropping fast. We'll get him filled up fast so he can get home. He has about a 30-minute drive home at least. So get him home. It's almost 7 o'clock. I tell you lately, I don't know, probably standing here with the door open, there's probably a bunch of flies with the temperature dropping. Seems like a lot of flies coming in lately. Let's get him filled up quick. I'm gonna put you guys back in here. It's hard where I'm working in the dark up there. I don't want to fall off the ladder and stuff, and then you guys look at me tomorrow and I got a bruised nose and black eyes and stuff. Oh.